Morning. So let's discuss this interesting problem from the chapter of kinematics. I think it's very intensive on trigonometry. So you have a body which is projected with a velocity of I plus 0.5 j. Okay, this is a velocity, and the body is projected in a gravitational less velocity. So the acceleration is zero in both x-axis and y-axis. It's gravity free, so there is no acceleration. Now what is given to you is that the body is projected towards a hill which is inclined at a 37 degrees angle, and the body is located at a distance of 4 meters from the hill. So this is a weight is projected and goes and strikes the hill. So your question is, how long does it take for this body to go and strike the hill? So if you look into this, this is given to be I plus 0.5 j. So this angle is 26 degrees. And you can draw a perpendicular. So this is 4 meters in all, from the base. This is the point of projection, which is O. This is the base of the hill. So, with the help of ratio and proportion, this is going to be 2 meters, in this triangle. So I'm just highlighting this. This is 2 meters. And so I will just label, this is equal to CB. Let's use some knowledge of triangle. If this is 26 degrees and this is 90 degrees, okay? So this is 90 and this is your 26. So this becomes 90 plus 26 is equal to 116. So what you're left with in terms of this, angle is 64 degrees, okay? And of course, the balance again is going to be 116 degrees. Now let's focus our attention and use some knowledge of triangles. Now you can see the triangle I'm highlighting now is this triangle, okay? Let's see this triangle. Now we know this angle is 116 degree. It is also an external angle to these two angles in the triangle. We know this is 2 meters. So if you just look into this very carefully, this is where you have landed up, okay? This is 2 meters, the vertical distance traveled by the body. Because if you see very carefully, the time taken by the body to cover 4 meters can be calculated using the concept of speed is equal to distance upon time. So you're talking about distance upon speed. So the distance in x is 4 and the speed is 1. So it took you 4 seconds to cover this. And therefore, since the velocity in y is 0.5, you will cover 2 meters here. So this is 2 meters. So this is 2 meters, which is known to you. This is 116 degrees. And so this, angle is 116 degrees. This angle is given to be 37 degrees. If this is 116 and this angle is 37, this angle is 90 degrees. So 90 plus 37 degrees will give you 127. So you can also find this angle to be 180 minus 127 is equal to 53 degrees. So this angle is 53 degrees. And this angle is 116, so you can also find this angle. This angle is going to be 180 minus 116 plus 53, which is equal to 180 minus 169, and this angle comes out to be 11 degrees. So this is your 11 degrees, this is 116 degrees, and you've been able to understand that this particular angle is also 53 degrees, okay? And this is 2 meters. Now if you look into this triangle, we understand from the sine law, if I label this as sides of a triangle, I can obviously calculate the each side, which is this probably, and this is known to me to be 2 meters, all right? And so if I look into this triangle, there are three angles associated. Let's try and focus on calculating any of the two sides. So let me just calculate this side. Let me call it x. So x upon sine of 53 degrees. And this is going to be equal to, we know this, right? So this is 2 meters divided by sine of 11 degrees. Okay, use this to calculate, use this particular equation to calculate the value of x. So you know what is x here. It is the length of this side. So if you know this, which is, you're probably talking about this particular length, extend this line, draw a line parallel here. So what you can get is, try and find the horizontal distance also, which is traveled by the body. So if you draw a line here, which is parallel to this line, what you get is, so this is known to you now, what is the length of this side, and from your knowledge that this angle, because it is parallel, alternate angle or something, you can draw a line parallel to this. This is your transversal. So this angle is 26 degrees. So this angle is also 26 degree. And the length, right? So this becomes your hypotenuse, so to say. And then what you do is you draw a perpendicular on top of this. Okay, and so you now have a sense of, this triangle. What is the length of this triangle? If you know the length of this triangle, the velocity with which you're traveling is, 1 square plus 0.5 square. Okay, this comes out to be 1 plus 0.25 is equal to square root of 1.25. So this distance, and the velocity is under root of 1.25 seconds. So time again comes out to be a distance which you've calculated, which is x, found using the sine law of trigonometry, divided by, under root of 1.25. So the total time you will take essentially is 2 seconds plus the time taken to travel this distance. It's a bit of cryptic kind of question, but the more intensity is on trigonometry and less intensity on any other knowledge, right? So you just need to calculate this particular distance with the help of some triangles. The velocity doesn't change, so therefore the velocity is this. This distance from, the knowledge of triangles, and you could calculate this time, and you already knew the time which you take to cover 4 seconds. So add this time plus the time taken to travel this extra distance before you strike the hill, and you get the total time. I hope this helps. Thank you.